What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about 2023 because the year is coming to a close. And now that we're coming down to these final few weeks of this incredibly packed year of video games, companies are releasing their wrap-ups, these basic breakdowns that tell you how many games you've played, what you've played most, and which games you seem to have enjoyed the longest. And what's interesting is that now that I have my own official numbers, I played over 150 games this year, and I want to look at the breakdown because even I am kind of shocked about the thousands of hours of game time I racked up in 2023. Let's see what I played most on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at my PlayStation wrap-up, and we're going to look at my Xbox wrap-up. And there isn't a wrap-up yet for Nintendo, obviously, but I do have my own player numbers as to what I played most. But real quick, this is the main game that I got completely addicted to back in 2023, along with everybody else, which is, of course, Baldur's Gate 3. Now, this number is technically a little bit inaccurate because I've also played it on consoles, but I have 132 hours in this. I would guess across the other systems I've played it on, I easily have about 200 hours played in Baldur's Gate 3. And that's not even counting the fact that I definitely played also a bunch of, where is Remnant? Remnant 2, I played so much of this year. I really enjoy these big games that not just encourage you to get invested in them, but that allow you to play them over and over and over again. Baldur's Gate is a game that I feel like even after a 100-hour playthrough, you can easily create a new save file. That's basically a completely new game, very much the same with Remnant. But let's talk about my PlayStation wrap-up. This is the primary place that I play my games. It's where I review most games as well. So I played 99 games just on the PlayStation, starting with Need for Speed Unbound, which I did platinum. Let's look at my breakdown, though. Here's actually the craziest one. Freaking Diablo 4, I played for 326 hours just on the PS5. Now, this is extra insane because I put 50 hours into it on PC before it came out while I was reviewing it, and then I put another 10 hours of it again on PC recently, playing it on my Steam Deck, so I easily have almost 400 hours just in Diablo 4, which is truly staggering to think about. I have 167 hours in Final Fantasy XIV Online. It doesn't feel like it. I feel like I barely played that game, but wowzers. Resident Evil 4 is actually something I played the most on Xbox as well, so you're going to see that. 66 hours on PlayStation, Dead Space 45 hours, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line 42 hours. Okay, so there's two things about here that I kind of want to push back. I know that these are technically the official numbers directly from their database, but there's two things that I feel like are missing. One, my save file on Final Fantasy XVI, I think it took me 50 hours to finish the game, but it's not here. I wonder if it didn't track some of the hours because I played it before launch. I have had playtimers glitch because before a game comes out, when you're playing it, it actually doesn't count. You can't view trophies. You can't view screenshots and stuff like that a lot of times because the game isn't released. I wonder if that messed the timer up. So I would still say that between Dead Space and Resident Evil 4, I'd probably put Final Fantasy XVI. And the other one I kind of want to cheat about is this year we got the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection. I not only beat all those games, but I platinumed all those games, and it took me about 85 total hours, but they're classified as individual games inside the PlayStation. So while I only played each of them, like the early ones took about 6 to 7 hours to platinum, the middle ones took about 10 hours, and then Final Fantasies 4, 5, and 6 took about 20 hours each. So I would still put that right here beneath Final Fantasy XIV. But let me actually take a look at this. So what do we got up next? Next up we have Thrill Seeker. You fit 50% of your time playing games at the edge of your seat. I think that's just some generic PR speak. What do we got here? Oh yeah, month by month, how much you played of something. So game of the month in January was Dead Space. Obviously, I played Dead Space 70 times. Interesting. Here's what it is. Gaming session 70. So it means on average, I gamed 2 times a day. That's very weird to think about. 93 hours logged. Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line. I played 113 gaming sessions. So I played 4 times a day. Look at this. Wow. Man, my breakdowns are pretty much what you would expect. There we are. Game of the month for May was Final Fantasy III, Diablo, Red Dead Redemption. What the heck? Wait, in August, I only played 2 hours. My total playtime in August was only 6 hours. Yeah, that's the Baldur's Gate effect right there, because I only was playing on PC for that entire month. I earned 1 trophy in August. Baldur's Gate 3, then I played that on PS5 here for a bit. It's still so funny to me that this game just absorbed my life for months. Then we come to October, and of course, I love me some Spider-Man 2, so I platinumed that, 77 game sessions. Then it's right back to Diablo, then Gloomhaven. Interesting. So, it's been a pretty good year for games. What do we have next up? Next up is them trying to sell me some stupid games that I already own. Good for them. Now, what do we have? This is the final stat I want to show you. On PlayStation 5, I played 1,137 hours. That's nutso. You spent 85% of your game time playing 55 games on your PlayStation 5. Wowzers. Now, this is a lot. Undeniably, did I play the heck out of my PS5 this year? It is just bonkers to actually consider that, though. 1,100 hours. Now, there's one other PC game I forgot to mention, which is this year I racked up about 250 hours total on, what is it called? World of Warcraft Classic, Hardcore, and Season of Discovery. Now, that's probably not even going to mean anything to you, but they've been doing these weird retro remixes of old school World of Warcraft recently with new magic, new gear, new challenges, permadeath mode stuff. I've been playing that quite a bit, but that's one of my other most played PC games. Okay, so let's talk Xbox and then let's talk Nintendo. So, I'm surprised this number is as low as it is, to be quite honest. I played 145 hours total on my Xbox in 2023, earned 1,600 gamer score, 27 total games. Most played month was September, since obviously that's when we got Starfield. Now, here are my most played games. Starfield and Resident Evil 4. So, yeah, what else do you expect? Of course, it's Starfield and Resident Evil 4. That means collectively, if you add together my playtime for Resident Evil 4 on PS5 and also add it together with the Xbox time, what is that? That's almost 100 hours spent in Resident Evil 4. Gosh, dang. Yeah, that's 100 hours of Resident Evil 4 I played. So, if anybody wants to claim I'm not a Resident Evil addict, I definitely am. Now, to end off, let's talk Nintendo. Nintendo does do like a Nintendo wrap-up sometimes, but they haven't released theirs yet, so I don't have official numbers. But by my own internal Nintendo Switch timer calculations, I've played 70 hours of The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and about 30 hours total, 25-30 hours of Super Mario Wonder. Other than that, to be honest, I haven't played much of my Nintendo Switch, and this isn't an insult to it, but the more I upgrade my PC, the more I play on my PS5 and my Xbox Series X, the more it's just kind of like, all right, the Nintendo Switch is good, and it has great exclusives, of course, but I feel less and less motivated because the visuals are just so unimpressive. I mean, to be honest, the visuals, especially on a big 4K TV, aren't exactly popping these days. Whereas my other systems that can put out solid 60 FPS or even above 60 FPS on PC, I'm running like 100 FPS a lot of times. Not the best. I will admit that of all the games here, the one I'm the most surprised did not show up. I kind of wish that we had more rankings of this. Alan Wake 2. I played so much Alan Wake 2, but I must have just barely fallen under that 42 hours required to get in this top 5. But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts. This has been some games from 2023 that I got the most addicted to. What do you guys think about it? Are you happy with 2023? What have you been playing the most? And are you as addicted to Baldur's Gate 3 as I got? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep dreaming. Hell yeah, man. It has been a freaking year for sure. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.